And welcome back. It feels like it's been forever, but it's only been 2 weeks according to the calendar. My name is Andy. I am the organizer of chaos here on Trick Roll. And we have people here who have names and lives outside of this game, I understand. But
I
let's just
do.
stick to your lives inside the game right now.
Um, Hi, I'm Kyle. I'm playing Joseph Cerno tonight, the rogue soul blade who is slowly becoming the $1 million or no, the Modron assisted man. Um, um, and I am going to be your resident rogue and smart butt today.
Just imagine we can rebuild him. No, we can't.
We can, but it's going to be very cheap with spare parts.
Literally is with spare
To
parts.
the junkyard.
I'm just imagining it's going to be end up like being like one of those scenes out of Goblins where it's just the clink thing just eating everything around.
You're the million penny man.
And even that's being a bit generous.
Maybe.
Now, be careful.
Always-
Somebody might try to melt you down for spare parts for just a scrap metal.
Always good to know I'm just a few thousand away from being.
And on that note, I'll take over the next introductions. Hi, I'm Crumbler64, also known as Jesse Crump, but also in-game I'm known as Jylith Ator, Dragonborn fighter / sorcerer here in these accursed land or blessed lands, depending on your view of the kingdom of Evalia. I am king for the time being in this land until I find a proper suitor to take forth the crown, and therefore we could be adventurers again.
I didn't realize that we were looking for marriage proposals for you.
I think that was a suggestion, and it was dropped like within 5 seconds. So it was like a plot line that didn't go anywhere, literally.
That could have been better. Worse. It could be the plot we had last time.
And on that note, who are you son of a bitch?
Hi, I'm Archers. Possibly the sanest one here, but that's more speak about them than me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Today I will be playing the Fey Wanderer Ranger Mastermind Rogue, Vivi.
And we are going to start up today, not within the walls of Castle Evalia, as much fun as that always is, but we took some more inspiration from the Twitter account of Metal and Magic, who does all these wonderful little wanted help wanted posters. And today's was in regards to a town searching for help because they lost their memory. And you were all headed out to this town. I will ask, what mode of transportation are you taking?
Trilith.
I'm not a form of no. Just no. Even if I don't care, my stats agree with that notion, I reject that notion. Because unless you want to become the next SOS sword, you will not want to be a part of transportation, Jylith.
I was just more thinking he's a friend, but not that good of a friend.
If you say you need to get a ride to the airport, that's not what I'm gonna do.
now I'm just imagining Vivi being held by Jylith and him holding his brick bat.
Even that combination, you're gonna it's just like, hang on, I got an idea. We need to get to this adjacent object that's higher than you. You're just gonna become a bigger club if you dare.
This is just Jyla throwing you through the air at this point.
Yeah, it just be like, hang on, if I hang on to your sword, and then just from our collective height, we can reach the object. Cool, picks you up. That's not what I meant.
Anyway,
Why don't we just borrow a cart from one of the village people and just, but not. Oh God, my brain is now filled with YMCA.
no,
I
no.
hate when that happens.
I believe we got the Donkey Kong carts.
From the
I was
town
going to
we're
see if you
visiting?
wanted
Yeah.
to take a different animal this time.
Where's the Donkey Kongs?
Oh, that's fudging right. I forgot about those abominations.
I think
Apparently,
that's
I missed
all
something.
the motivation I need to say that as you're debating what type of cart Gilus imagination sparks the Donkey Kongs back into existence.
Gosh dang.
As you've
Joseph,
a
you
banana
are
carrot.
watching as these two like Clydesdale height gorillas with hooves
My
and snouts, like put donkey arms, legs, and a head onto a gorilla, and you got the Donkey Kongs. And they are connected to an elaborate, like gothic funeral cart.
Vivi standing there peeling a banana carrot.
Normally ask where you get one of those, but I just remembered where we were initially, and now I'm pretty sure my memories are going to spark us something else, so I'm going to turn my brain off now.
Do you want to
See-
roll to turn your brain off?
Yes, that'll be a wisdom saving throw. Let's go. All right, that'll be a 10.
A 10. I'm gonna make a roll to decide what happens. Yeah.
Okay.
One of the Donkey Kongs just vanishes from existence.
No, not that.
Okay, it starts to fade back in. It flickers for a second. Now there's two of them again.
Well, onto the Donkey Kong cart.
Joseph is just very silently while this is all going on, nibbling on some cloud cotton candy.
Vivi offers him a banana carrot.
So, to get to the city of Otterley is going to be a longer trip. So we, obviously you're the king of a country. As weird as it is, so we're not going to worry about the supplies. And because I've got enough adventure planned, we don't need to actually do the random encounters.
Yeah.
But there will be plenty in the future, because I got all kinds of dumb jokes I want to make adventures from. But you eventually, Gileth, I had already said that you probably know of the city of Otterley because it is it's next to a large river, so it gives it all kinds of importance, from fishing to transportation to just having plenty of mills for milling things.
So you say it's utterly useful.
They will arrest you. I'm sorry if I make that joke. I'm just warning you right now. They're aware of the puns in the districts there. And needless to say, they don't have much tolerance anymore due to recent events.
Do they send you to the penitentiary?
I don't know what they send you anymore, because it probably was at some point, but again, with all the magic going on, it could be something completely different.
Okay, it's out of my system. I'm good.
Good.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Because we don't want them taking punitive measures.
I want you to
Well,
bet
like-
I retire. Screw
well,
you all. It's your game
well,
now.
well, I hate.
I'll be back in
hate
2
to-
hours.
Well, I would hate. I would hate
We're
to be
just
punished.
playing blackjack when you come back.
Well,
And somehow you tell a story with it.
Yeah, we can totally.
Well, I would hate to be punished.
I am so upset that I do not have my sound effects on hand.
I know that was the first.
My
thought.
hand started reaching and just like, you're not
Yeah.
there. I'm on the backup computer.
It occurred to me when you didn't add the sound to your title that obviously something was up.
And I can still do reverb. That's about it.
Oh, he still has some control, but not as much. Away from his source of power at the dark domain.
Think of it this way: I'm
Evolvia.
only at 50% capacity.
Um,
I could feel it in the rest. With what? We don't know yet.
so you are coming up to the city gates of Otterley, which are wide open. This is, like I said, a large town, but you're seeing not nearly as many people as you would expect inside of such a town. They're all just kind of, stop and kind of watch you. But it's a lot of abandoned buildings, so apparently now, and people who, well, they're trying to live their lives, but there's also just seems to be a lot of just like the market isn't really operating like it should, as people are, well, it's like they don't know what they're doing. Now, as you are pulling up, and because you can't really hide the fact that you are adventurers,
Nope.
you do know that there is a commotion on one side of the street. It's a little bit away from you, but there's somebody who is kind of pointing in your direction and yelling towards a large crowd. And some people who kind of look like guards, in that they wear most of their armor, are kind of like leaning up against buildings. And finally, somebody wearing slightly nicer clothes will come out to talk to you. Yes, is there something that I can do for you, or you can do for me, or did you have an appointment?
Oh. Did you turn on your sound effects? Oh, fudge, no.
No, we're here, and Joseph will actually reach into his bag and pull out the wanted poster with that states that everybody there having lost their memories. We're here because of this.
And he'll take it from you. It's like, oh, this is great timing, because we just woke up today and we don't know who we are.
How... Okay. So, what? This is going to be a bit hard.
Vivi steps down and says, "Does anyone really know who they really are?" And he starts looking around.
Well, we don't. We're trying to do our best to kind of continue as we think we're supposed to live. Like, we understand how most tools work. We just can't remember who we are or why we're here or anything like that.
Oh, it's easy to tell that you're here because you're villagers of this village, but
yeah, village people.
And on that note, the mob of people comes marching towards you with angry voices and pitchforks.
I warned you about puns.
Like, that's him, they say, pointing to Giles, the one from the prophecy.
I just raise up both hands at this point and go, you can't remember who you are, but you can remember a prophecy.
He matches the description of our ancient text.
Hold on, Joseph. This could be good.
Bring forth this ancient text.
He reaches into a pocket and pulls out a rolled up paper. He unrolls it and he says, "And there will come a soldier." Are you a soldier?
Yeah.
"Who carries a mighty sword.
Sword?
He will tear your village down." And then they all intone, "Ole, Olai, O Lord."
We're in trouble.
What did you do?
Nothing I'm aware of.
Roll insight.
You can roll. I'll give you an answer regarding.
At say 29 on insight.
I mean, are you trying to get insight on Giles?
Yes.
This Giles is innocent. But again, you just fought like 29 Giants in the last episode.
We took some. Oh, for fuck's sake. Gylith, do you have any more Gyliths?
Not that I can think of. I'll make sure of that. Yep, they're gone.
Good.
Anyway, we need to run.
Can I see that? There's usually a bit more to a prophecy than just that. Normally, there's a giant scroll that talks in poetry for about on and on and
Look,
on.
this
before
is
you
a
get-
scroll. He says, holding up the paper, which is parchment that has been rolled up. And he says, and it rhymes.
Joseph, remember, they lost their memories. They're in fight or flight mode, and they are flightless birds.
He's going to try and take a look around.
I mean, that's not a problem. They're
Joseph is just going to start talking to the villagers to figure out just to piece anything that they have together. Just because at this point his head is just going, oh no, oh me, oh my, oh Lord.
so the one who come out to speak to you is like, just like, everyone just go away. We are trying to figure out what is happening here. It's like, yes, but he is going to destroy the village. It says so in the prophecy. Like, okay, well, then how about you watch him from a distance, and then when he destroys the village, you can interact. And they will all just like agree, and they back up like 10 feet.
Agree to the law of self-defense, but very late.
I just have a question here. Are these normal looking people?
Yes. I mean, considering you lot, yes. This is like the monsters saying, hey, are those people down the street normal? I mean, they don't have anything that really stands out. They're just people.
So instead of they're normal, are they within the lines of stereotypical stereotypes of what is expected in a village?
For the most part, yes.
My brain hurt trying to come up with that wording.
I guess, you know, the main thing is like, if this was a village that once held, you know, like hundreds of people, there's less than 100 that you can see now.
Okay. Joseph, if anything, claim to be you're captive and keeping me prisoner, so therefore we are just only making our way through. Therefore, you only seen as my captors, so I cannot see it as known harm.
That's going to be I'm already feeling like as if we're going to be coming into this, and there's going to be just the fact that this entire village is under a magical spell to turn them into normal human beings, but because they're turning into normal human beings, they're losing iteration from their previous memories because the name of the place is Otterly. The economy is based off of fish and mills.
Yeah.
I'm half expecting if we solve this, they're all just going to turn back into tiny, cute little humanoid otters that are going to that aren't going to remember exactly what's happened now.
DV cast detect magic.
Okay. What is the range of detect magic again?
Double checking. It's 30-foot radius.
Okay. And how long does it last?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay. On the street, no, there's no major magical incantations that you can detect. Nobody's carrying anything, maybe some very, very minor enchanted items, but we're talking like, you know, common magic level.
Okay. Do I see any magic coming off the people itself?
No.
Okay, so it's not a curse or just something that's continuing. Because I was afraid it's like I used to detect magic and then just the entire town just starts glowing.
No, this is at least, you know, in the area around you, there's nothing you can detect that is unusual.
Vivi wanders around a bit more.
Okay.
Joseph just looks to Jeff. I had to make sure. I had to state it because knowing us and knowing things that happen.
Yeah, and it's like, and as much as I'd love to just just put on a magical disguise, it's like I don't know how long I'm gonna be here, so I'd rather reserve whatever spells I have when I absolutely need it.
Yeah. Joseph is just going to start looking around the city, like as if he's freaking just jumped out of an Assassin's Creed video
hay?
game.
Okay. Well, there's as always, the buildings go from like smallest to largest that you get near the center of town. So it's fairly easy to see like the mayor's manor, which is the largest building in town. To the west would be the river, and that's where there'd be fishing farms and mills. Once upon a time, there'd probably be a few transport boats going up and down the river, but there doesn't seem to be any today.
Hmm.
I'm just going to be investigating for any like signs of somebody moving from house to house and having like any sign of used spell components around as well. Just investigating the entirety of the town as much as I can.
Okay.
Yeah, because you can't ask anyone anything because they're just gonna give you the same answer.
Yeah.
So,
you can ask them what they know about themselves easily enough, but sure, give me an investigation check. And I will say you can do this at advantage because I imagine everybody's trying to help out a little bit.
Yeah.
The best way we can.
16.
16.
Yep.
Vivi is doing the same as well. So
Okay. Yeah, I'll let you make the appropriate roll.
Yeah. 31.
Okay. Well, so I want both of you to describe how it is you're going about doing your investigations, and I'll try to frame the information that way. Like, are you just going into random houses and looking around?
Vivi's methodically looking through house to house, see if there's anything amiss. See if there's any if he can figure out that might be considered odd.
Okay. And Joseph, how about yourself?
Joseph is like Joseph's put on like a little Poirot mustache and he's searching through the hedges around the buildings. He's going up and down the roads. He's going through lawns with a fine-tooth comb. He's even questioning the pigs.
Okay.
He's
We'll handle Joseph first. So Joseph, the pigs just oink at you. It looks like somebody is remembering to feed the pigs. There's somebody out, throwing them some grains and everything. Like, well, yeah, I woke up in this house and there was all these pigs behind me. So I just take it that I'm responsible for the pigs. As you're going through like the lawns and everything, you find not massive sinkholes, but occasionally you do find like a divot in the ground. But that's about it for Joseph Perot.
I will put my ear to one of the divots to see if there's any sound that comes out of it.
Give me a perception check.
17.
17. Well, you can hear the sound, like the vibrations of, like, depending on where you are. I think with this one, being closer to the pigs, you can hear the vibration of pigs running around through the ground. But that's because you're like 20 feet away from them. Nothing any more suspicious than that, really. Now, Vivi, you are just going from house to house looking around. Occasionally you walk into a house and someone kind of like looks up at you and blinks a few times. Do you live here?
Yes.
I've been here for a couple of days and I haven't seen you.
I was away visiting relatives.
Oh, well then where do I live?
Here, like you're
Oh, do you owe me rent?
no, you owe me rent.
Oh, how much do I owe you?
Like let's see, I 20 gold.
Unfortunately, I don't have that much. I put it all into the fund to try to get somebody who could restore our memories.
That's fine then. You keep doing what you're doing, and once you have the money, you can pay me then. I'm
Okay.
very generous landlord.
Okay. All right, so you can probably do that like 3 or 4 times. You get similar results when some
Yeah.
people actually live there.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say that occasionally somebody, was a little bit more distressed to see you come in, and others are, doing the similar. Then you go into some houses and they're well lived in, but empty. Like somebody just left all their stuff behind.
That's odd.
And so you can see like signs that someone's been in here looking around. And if you ask about that with your 31, some people will say like, well, yes, we've been trying to figure out who we are. So we were going into some houses, and when we started taking up a fund to, help find someone who could help restore our memories, we figured, well, these people must have moved out before this happened. So we just sort of took some of the gold and applied it to the fund.
Maybe to think, like, are you sure they left of their own free will?
Well, we don't remember anybody being drug out of here.
But you don't remember anything.
Exactly. We just assumed that this house must have been left. Maybe when they lost their memory, they forgot to come back.
Possibly, or maybe the memory loss could be localized to this area, or they lost the memory and got taken as they were losing it.
Maybe.
I'll have to speak to my associates.
All right. So does that mean I figured this is going to take about half the day. The only place you haven't gotten to yet would probably be like the mills or the mayor's office. If you go into like the guard's office, they're trying their best to keep order, but none of them remember who's in charge. And the only reason they think they're guards is because they all have slightly better armor than the average person. So clearly they were the peacekeepers. So they kind of drew straws to see who was in charge, and whoever had the best ideas would be the one in charge.
I will go speak to them.
That's basically what they tell you.
Yeah.
Like I realize now, coming up with an amnesiac town makes it very hard for me to provide you with story elements. But yes, that's all they can tell you.
Vivi's gonna go up to the mayor's mansion.
Okay, that door is locked.
He's gonna try and pick it.
Okay. Giles, where are you during all this?
I imagine wherever Vivi goes, he just like stands guard at a respectable distance.
Okay.
While also making sure someone doesn't come around, hit him with a frying pan, and be like, "It's him!"
There was that one lady who was actually trying to fry something and got freaked out and threw the frying pan when she saw you both come in.
Yeah.
But that just meant that there was floor bacon.
Yeah, like when someone throws the frying pan, he basically Vivi cast Jyleth and puts him in front of him.
Hey.
I got a 19 on my feasible check.
On which check?
My feasible check.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. With that, you're able to open up the front door. It was a fairly sophisticated lock, but nothing that was supernatural or anything. So with a 19, you can pop it open.
Vivi looks at Jyleth. Where do you go in? Or do you want to stand watch out here?
Joy will join.
Okay. Vivi sits into the mayor's mansion.
Are you two just leaving Joseph behind to question the pigs?
Yes. Let him be happy. And if we need,
Joseph, what are you up to at this stage of the day?
I'm going to search the mills.
Okay. The mills actually aren't operating because nobody could remember if they worked there, you think. They were apparently grinding up corn, which means that after, a few weeks of being left unattended or have a rodent problem.
but question: do the mills have eyes?
No.
Oh,
But Joseph, give me an investigation check to check out the mills more thoroughly.
Can I do it at disadvantage? Can I do it at advantage because the fact that I didn't make the corny joke?
You know what? Yes, I will grant that.
see, my jokes help. Not me, but they help.
10.
10. You have no idea how mills operate, honestly. You know that the water is turning the gears or turning the water wheel, and that there's this big stone that's circling around, and there's just piles of grain and corn off to the side, and well, the rats are eating that. We're like, yep, this is a mill. Never actually been inside a mill before.
Looking at the giant grindstone and then just all the rats around and the mice and just being like, this is going to be a shitty situation. All right. Which one of you is Remy? Because I need one that can actually talk or guide or anything because, dear Lord, the humans don't have any information here and you're all getting fat and happy.
Give me an animal handling check.
Oh my God.
When you realize Vivi has speak of animals,
You know how I have a -1 on my wisdom?
Mm-hmm.
You know how normally it's not possible to get anything below a 1 when you roll?
Unless you have a -1.
Yeah, guess what I rolled?
That does bring up a secondary thing I forgot to check. What is everybody's passive perception?
passive perception 25.
My passive investigation is 16. My passive perception is 12. My
12?
passive insight is 15.
Just worried about the perception right now.
Okay.
Mine is 13.
13? Okay. Well, just let me double check one thing. Yeah. Okay. Joseph, you don't remember why you came into the mill, so you're leaving, and for some reason you've got a sore spot on your hand that's bleeding.
I wipe it and try and see what it looks like just to figure out what the heck caused it.
It's just a couple of little holes. Looks like something small might have bitten you.
Coming out of a mill, I have holes like a bite mark. I got bit by a rat. I was doing something in the mill that got me bit by a rat. The hell was I doing in the mill that got me bit by a rat? I'm gonna go look for Gylith.
Okay.
And Vivi.
Okay. If you ask around, they were last seen going into the mayor's manor. Well, at least the big house. They think it belonged to the mayor. They remember there's the title of mayor in the book somewhere. So Vivi, Gylith, Joseph will be along in just a moment, but the inside of the mayor's home is a bit more ransacked. I'll let you do whatever you want to do to search the house.
I'm going to investigate.
Going to investigate.
Investigate, yes.
I got
29.
I got 9 on my investigate.
I got 29 on my investigate.
Okay. Gileth is checking all the paintings for secret doors and safes behind them, but he hasn't found any paintings yet. But I think he's going to be very dedicated to that with that role. Vivi, the most interesting thing that you can find is that the fireplace is filled with scraps of papers and books.
I'm going to take that out, see if I can decipher anything from the scraps.
There's very little. There was apparently like one of the scraps, or enough of them had enough of a signature that you can see that somebody who lived here had the letters KEF in their name. But for the most part, it's all been. It would take you hours to, I tried to sort this out and read them thoroughly.
That's not something we would do, though. But I really picks up the scraps and place them in his backpack, so he can try it once they get finished organizing. He can spend some of his own time organizing that.
Okay. And we'll say, to make everything easier on me, that Joseph will be following along about this time.
Yes. Because I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be too hard to ask around, like, where'd the big blue guy go? That way.
Yeah. Just kind of look for the mob of suspicious people.
Yeah.
And tell us where the other suspicious people went.
So, anybody else notice that their memories are starting to get affected? Because I just walked into a mill, managed to get bit by a rat, walk out, and can't even remember being bitten.
Nope, I'm good.
Gileth?
Yeah.
Have you had anything happen to you that you can't remember?
How would he remember if he got?
I mean, that'd be a lot of things, but not anything of recent.
Okay.
Let's take a look at you. I'm not the most versed at medicine, but I might be able to figure something out.
Well, I think it either might be something to do with the grain or something to do with the mice.
Maybe I should speak to the mice.
You can do that?
Yeah.
I just stare at Vivi.
That's right. You have not been around when Vivi does the thing.
Vivi, what thing? I do many things.
I was talking to pigs earlier and just getting oink back, making myself look like a jackass. And you could actually talk with the animals.
Yes, I am a ranger.
Yeah, you're a ranger.
You have a range of skills that make you very useful, but at the same time, my God, man.
Vivi takes off his mask, and the sun of his faces are behind it. He just grins.
I think we should question the animals as well as look over the paperwork.
Sure thing.
I just offer out my hand to him for him to be able to check it out, and just shaking my head slowly.
Again, medicine's not my area of expertise, but I can take a look. What can I discern? I'm assuming medicine check.
Yeah, medicine check.
20.
20. I mean, he's got a couple of small holes. It's too recent to have reached an infected point yet, but probably wouldn't be a bad idea to pour some medicine on it.
Fair enough. Well, I discern it. Well, it's pretty much The wound doesn't seem to be anything suspicious, but I suggest getting some medicine to deal with any possible infection that might come up here. Anyway, let's go speak to the pigs.
Oh, this ought to be good.
Well, about time I had some intelligent conversation.
And let me just pull up random animals to see what their stats are. Okay.
Maybe walk up to the pigs, cast speak with animals.
Right now, they're all still kind of eating, so they're all just sort of says, "Hey, move over. That's mine."
Excuse me, sorry for interrupting your dinner. But can I have a word?
Yeah, you can have a word. And then they kind of like make room for you.
Vivi walks up, and looks over his shoulder. Joseph, what do you want to ask?
Just if they've noticed anything out of the usual with out of the usual that happened before all the humans stopped coming into here.
This, as you might have figured out, you are very intelligent creatures. There's something odd happening in this village.
There is.
Have
What's
you
odd?
seen? People forgetting things and
Well, what are they
has
forgetting?
everything.
So they don't remember anything?
They don't remember anything.
Well, what did they forget?
Everything.
That sounds bad.
Yes. I was wondering, have you seen anything odd, any new people or anything happening odd with the people that live here? Anyone gone missing that being dragged away? Because things are not looking good here.
Let me just do a roll for them. And I don't remember seeing anybody missing. And that kind of goes on the line of, hey, do you remember if there were more? What happened to all the people? What people? The people that aren't here. I haven't seen any people that aren't here.
Well, thank you for your time. Get back to eating your fabulous dinner. Here, have banana carrot.
I am going to start limiting how many of those you have access to. You have 5 more.
Sure. V turns and goes, you said there's mice.
Yeah.
Let's go speak with the mice.
Okay. So you make your way to the mills,
Hmm?
and you can't find any mice.
Huh. You said there were mice here, right?
Well, yeah,
They're not here.
No, he doesn't remember seeing mice. He just knows he got bit.
yeah. I know that there were mice here because I got bit.
Mice? Rats? Anybody?
There's no sound.
I'm going to take a look around.
Okay. Make the appropriate check for that.
27?
Which type of were you doing?
Investigation.
Okay. There are rodent footprints around. They've all kind of like went to various holes and tunnels. And you can see that there is a circle that's sort of like a depression that is, like I guess when you see where worms or big worms or snakes or something might tunnel through, that's the best way I can describe it. It's clearly a small divot. Well, not small divot, but a divot of dirt that it doesn't have any footprints on it.
So they borrowed.
Well, this one's too big for the rats to have done. You can
Huh.
see where they all started running like outside or through holes. This would be a larger one.
V's gonna go back and look at the post holes and see if it was actually mice that did it.
The ones in his hand.
Yeah.
Could have been mice. Could have put his hand on a nail.
They look more fang-like than tooth mark.
Well, we're talking like very like so small. I didn't even take off one health point. So they're not. If something with fangs had bit him, there might have been more damage.
Fortunately, the mice, they were here, they are scattered, and it seems like there's something bigger in here that might have scared them away, but that's only under speculation.
I'm going to look at that depression if Vivi has pointed it out. I'm going to put my ear to it and just listen. And that's a 19 to perception.
Okay. Yeah, you actually do hear some rumbling sounds right before something bursts forth and bites you with a natural 20.
Oh,
sorry about that.
the rogue got sneak attacked.
So yeah, you're going to take 18 points of piercing damage, and I want everybody to make a wisdom save for me.
Okay.
Oh God.
Oh, thank God. 18.
9.
Okay.
I'm gonna use a trick roll for no particular reason.
Okay.
Oh,
We have trick rolls.
We just the ones that were saved up from before. If you've already used it, then
I have not. So I haven't used the
Cool.
trick roll.
What's 6 times 4?
24.
I haven't used.
okay.
I haven't used the trick
I'm
roll
not
in a
gonna tell
while.
you which one was the trick roll and which one was the wisdom save.
I'll let you use your remaining trick rolls here, Arceus.
Okay, that's 27.
Okay. Because I need everybody to subtract 3 from that,
So 24.
which means the lowest was a 15, which is just enough for you to recognize that the several large heads have come out. One is biting on to Joseph, and 2 of them are kind of letting out a wailing song. The heads look somewhat humanish, except that they are, bigger than you.
These guys, actually.
Yeah, so I want everybody to roll initiative.
Okay.
And now I'm back to rolling shit.
Oh God, I rolled an 8.
Me too.
Wow.
I rolled a 9.
Okay, let me check.
We're all in unison then. Hooray.
Wow, this thing managed to roll poorly also. So let me get everybody written in. Because somehow this thing is going last with a 5. So Joseph, this big head is trying to, essentially eat you.
Oh, great. I am going to stab it with my rapier.
Okay.
Let me just see here. Where is my rapier? Let's go into actions. Yay, there is my rapier. Does a 12 hit?
Let me double check. No, a 12 does not quite hit.
All right, I'm going to bonus action stab with my other rapier with an 11.
So yeah, it's kind of hard to see. So you're just stabbing randomly, but you're just skirting off of this thing's thick skin. Gyleth.
SOS in hand, attack the thing that moves that I disagree with.
Like Vivi just worried.
But heads, I don't disagree. All right, first swing. That will be 19 total.
19 hits.
And coming damage, 15 slashing.
Okay.
And then we do second attack. It was teetering between a 20 and a 2, and it landed on a 2, so that'll be a 9.
A 9 does not hit.
All right, so I will stay in place. End of turn.
Okay. Vivi.
Vivi is going to bonus action Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
This is his little bastard tries to flee. And he's going to hit with Shillelagh
Okay.
for a 22.
22 hits.
And for a total of 10 damage.
Okay. All right. So the 4 heads are now going to swivel and attack each of you. So they're going to try to bite. First one is going after Joseph with a 7 will not hit. I know. Next one will be Gilith, which is a 23.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You'll get bit for 9 points of piercing damage. And then there's going to be a claw attack against Vivi. And a 7's not going to hit. So the last one will be we're going to say that one goes after Vivi again because he was the last one to just hit it. 17 to hit.
Just double checking. It meets the beats.
Okay. So you will take 8 points of slashing damage, and it is going to attempt to grapple you. So on your turn, you can make a check to break free or just keep beating on it while grappled. But you are restrained until then.
What check would I have to do?
This will be on your turn, but it would be a strength or dexterity to get out.
Okay.
But for now, it is going to be Joseph's turn.
All right. I'm going to stab it with my rapiers again.
Okay. A classic.
And both miss. You know, if it is seriously an AC 50 to hit this thing, I should be hitting half the time because I would have to roll a 9. No, both times I have just rolled 4. And I've got a bonus of 6. I've got a 2-hit DC bonus of 6. I am just not doing good today.
All right. Well, since you didn't hit, we'll move on to Gilith.
Right. Continuing the assault. So we're going to go in the first swing as a 19, which I crit on.
Oh, nice. Roll that beautiful crit damage.
It's been so long since I critted on a 19. It's so beautiful. All right, here we go. All right, 26 slashing.
26. Ooh. Okay. That got a reaction out of it.
All right, second swing. Only 11.
Okay. 11 does not hit. Vivi.
Vivi's going to try and backflip his way out of it, the grapple.
Okay. So that would be an athletics or a acrobatics check.
Yep. 11 on acrobatics.
Okay. Only a 7 on the strength. So yeah, you were able to slip free. But that will be your action this turn.
Bonus action, I am going to help. Do the help action.
Okay. How are you using the help action?
I'm basically I'm basically flipping out and basically distracting the heads, trying to distract the heads, basically getting and basically looking at Joseph, getting him ready for
Okay.
making it easier
So
for the heads.
yeah, you're trying to just be like wave your stick around to get their attention.
Yeah,
So
Vivi's being Vivi, annoying and distracting.
okay. Well, it is the Hydra's turn, so they Well, I didn't. You didn't hear me say any words. It's the monster's turn. Is going to miss Joseph. It is going to hit Gilith. So that is going to be. We're going to go with the claw attack. That is going to be 8 slashing, and it is going to grapple you. So the next head is going to attack. That's going to miss Vivi. And the last one is going to miss also, because apparently being distracted really threw it off. So Joseph, you have advantage on your first attack.
Thank God for that, because I got a 16 instead of a
Okay.
7.
16 just hits.
For 4 damage.
4 damage. Okay.
Plus sneak attack. You should have
yeah.
sneak attack.
Yeah, so I need to find my sneak attack, and 20 on the sneak attack. Yay.
Oh,
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, that definitely got its attention a bit more.
And for the second rapier attack, it's only a 14.
14 does not hit.
Yep.
All right. So if that's all of your turn, Gilith, this thing is trying to hang on to you with its claws. You can still attack, or you can try to get free.
I'm just gonna go nope and Misty step away,
Oh, yep, that works.
and then go in for a charge.
Okay, going for the charge.
Okay. First attack. That'll be 23.
23 hits.
And that will be 11 damage total.
Okay.
And then second attack. 18.
18 hits.
And that'll be 14 slashing.
Okay, 14. Ooh. Okay, Gilith, as you bring down the stupidly oversized sword, you cleave this one head off of the body. There are now 3 remaining. One of those 3 is going to let out a wail of pain. So I need everybody within 5 feet, which I believe is Vivi. Not Vivi, you had stepped away. So Gilith and Joseph, you are each going to take 2d4 psychic damage. So a grand total of 7 psychic damage as each of you, as this thing wails out in pain. And it is now Vivi's turn.
Vivi's gonna step in, spin his quarter stuff, and bring it down.
Okay.
Okay. For a grand 11, so nope.
Nope, that misses.
Bonus action, I'm going to try and help again. Using the miss as an opportunity to basically distract it again.
Okay. All right. And while you're doing that, the creature, having been wounded, is actually going to use a disengage as it burrows back underground.
I'm going to keep tracking it.
Okay. How does Hunter's Mark work? Do you know what direction it's headed in?
I know its exact location.
Oh, okay. In that case, yeah, it's moving fast. It's moving at least like 40 feet through the ground, but it is heading back towards the mayor's manor.
Guys, follow me. And Vivi just dashes off.
Okay.
And
Follow.
Joseph starts to dash off after him.
Okay.
'cause-
Now you are having to go like the long way around. It's taking a straight path. You have to go around buildings and everything.
Yeah.
What is the range of Hunter's Mark?
The initial cast is 120, but there's no actual range in tracking it.
Okay, so as long as it's active, you're able to track it.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know. Yeah, it is going back underneath. Let me see how many rounds it's going to take for you guys to keep up with it. Okay, that's just something for me to know. And yeah, so you're back at the mayor's manor. It is underneath the the building. So as you run in, you know it's beneath you.
This is beneath us.
I'm gonna charge at the door to the mayor's house, and I'm going to flip up onto whatever ledge is possible for me to latch onto when it comes to windows, and just try to get in through that with a 15 to an acrobatics check.
Joseph, I picked the lock earlier. It's open. He walks in, opens the door, and just walks in.
Just let him have his chance.
But with the 15, you were able to climb up to the second story window.
Let the rogue have his fun, please. Trust me.
So Joseph, you go into an opulent bedroom.
Is there anything for me to steal?
Yes, actually, next to the bed there was basically like a mannequin head, and it's got a silk sleep mask type thing. You know what I'm talking about, to block out the light and everything.
Yeah,
it's silk. It's got like some silvery thread embroidery on it. It looks fantastic.
I will steal that classy SOB because it might come in handy.
Okay. Just out of curiosity, do you does it go straight into your pocket, or do you pop it on?
No, it just goes straight into my pocket.
Okay.
I just grab it, put it in my pocket, and just keep going.
Just make note of silk sleep mask. Okay. Vivi, you walked in through the front door.
He's just trying to find the general, basically point the location and try and find a way through the floor.
Using your earlier investigation while you were searching the house, you can find the door to the basement.
Jolith, I'll wait here. You can go get our rogue.
Okay. Because he's below us. You see him like with SOS, it's ready to swing wherever you point.
And from outside,
he's trying to destroy. He's trying to tear our town down.
Right.
As the prophecy foretold.
No prophecies being fulfilled here. Carry your day.
and I want both of you to make another wisdom save for me.
18.
18?
I'm at a trick roll, so this is normally going to be bad for me. Yeah, sounds right. That's a 1.
Gilith, all you know is you're following Vivi. You don't remember why you're following Vivi.
Jilith, why aren't you
It's a
getting out?
beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day for neighbors. Will
Vivi-
you be mine?
Vivi just gently conks Jilith from the head. Go get our rogue.
Go get a rope?
Rogue.
Oh, rogue. Okay.
You know, the guy upstairs who's probably pilfering everything that's
How to get
go
a
down.
dinner?
He flipped up. Oh god, your memory's being affected.
Vivi, you hear that same wailing song again.
Oh, shut up.
In the neighborhood.
Shut up, Snake Man. and you two, and Jilith, go upstairs,
Okay.
get Joseph,
Okay.
and then we go downstairs and
Okay.
we beat the living stones out of this creature that's fucking with our memories. Or your memories anyway.
Right.
Like fine, go get Joseph, then violence.
Okay, Giant, fine, rogue, then violence equals. Do I have to do all these right now?
Not exact same time. It's all order. You stay here.
Okay.
Keep an eye on this door.
Okay.
I'll go get Joseph.
Sounds good.
Joseph Vivi zips upstairs. Joseph, stop stealing stuff. We have violence to do.
Oh, Joseph, there was also silk sheets on the bed.
As I'm running to get to Vivi, you just hear this almost parachute cloth catching air like sound as Joseph just before he starts running, just wraps it around his left hand and pulls as he starts to run as fast as he can.
You done?
So you see Joseph running down the stairs with a silk sheet tied to his hand.
If you just shakes his head, I don't really want to know. Come on. He's up downstairs.
Just going to
Joseph,
I'm-
as you get downstairs, make a wisdom save.
All right.
Wow, a 0. Very nice. Very, very, very nice.
How low was it?
1 minus 1.
Joseph,
beautiful day in
clearly
the
you're here
neighborhood.
to
It's a beautiful-
steal because there's nothing else. You run downstairs, you're stealing the man's sheets. Well, whoever lives here, you're stealing somebody's sheets. Obviously, this is a person you despise and you're taking everything they own.
Does Vivi notice this?
Let me do a roll.
Oh boy, this is only
Sleight of hand 11.
Passive perception 25. Vivi just
Wow. That is an amazing passive perception.
expertise and observant.
Okay.
Remember, he built everything off one stat alone. It is why I'm not a big min-maxer fan, but it works for him.
Yeah, it's more fact is a wisdom focused character, and I love playing him. He gets by pretty well with just a wisdom of 19.
Joseph was trying to take a picture off the wall before you hit him.
It gently conks him on the hand. Joseph, steal later, violence now. Not towards me though. Towards the snake person downstairs. Come on.
Snake person?
Snake creature that's fucking with your memories. He's stealing your memories.
Yes. Wrap the silk sheets up into a bundle and just shaking my head, going, nobody does that except for alcohol.
Come on. Vivi goes in.
Okay, you head down the stairs.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna keep the original initiative just for simplicity. So I'm gonna say sounds like Vivi headed down first.
Yeah.
Vivi is actually apparently like first there's a basement. The basement is filled with well, at one time it was filled with basically I would say it was like a mage's lab might have been down here. A lot of the more important pieces are missing and things are knocked over. But what you know is that the monster you're fighting is down below because you can see where apparently part of the wall caved in, leading to a larger cave. And that's where the hunter's mark is telling you this creature is.
Vivi stops, steps aside. Joylif,
Yes.
go first. You're tankiest, and you are the best at violence.
Hey. Killer of Hope, here we go.
All right, so we'll pick up with Giles in the initiative order since he's running down first.
All right, so I'm with him going in. I imagine, even though he did undergo those effects earlier, I imagine he still sees the creature.
Yeah,
and has
what
a
you
conscience.
see now, you see a four-headed creature. The heads have a slightly humanoid look. The whole thing is like a pale whitish color. The heads connect to a large body. I would say that based on just general knowledge of monsters in the world, it kind of reminds you of a Hydra, but at the same time, Hydras don't have humanoid heads and tend to have more of a scaled look. This is more like a flesh covered monster with human heads that is and two of them are letting out this wailing sound as it watches you.
Vivi walks in, looks at it, listens to it. Goes, mother?
Okay, with that in mind, 14 second wind.
Okay.
So bonus action, so I get 14 health back.
Okay.
And now going in for the assault.
All right. And Vivi, you remember this thing only had 3 heads when you last saw it because one of them is laying back at the mill, but it has 4 again.
Oh,
Okay.
my.
Begin the assault, Giles.
All right, I first swing 19.
19 hits.
Incoming damage. 9 slashing.
9. Okay.
All right, second swing. Just teetering between a 19 and a 1. Landed on a 1.
Oh,
Giles, how do you flub this attack?
Let me. I don't want to say just lose a weapon. How about this?
I can
Let me,
imagine.
let me do it with some same throw.
Okay.
Let me see what goes down. It's 17, so I'm clear conscience.
Okay.
But I imagine it's just in the moment where it's like he goes for a second swing, and it's just that right moment where it's just like any remaining weapons just drop. So it just that moment just like whoa, and just like whisks completely as you see hand axes, trident, blunderbuss, like all just hit the ground at once.
All right. Yeah, everything you swing, like the harness that all your weapons are attached to snaps, everything just falls to the ground, and the SOS gets stuck in a beam above you. So you're going to need to yank that free. While he's trying to do that, Vivi, it is your turn.
Vivi is not going anywhere near that thing. He puts away his chalet and gets out his longbow.
Okay. I'm going to say because it's being in a cave, you probably got about 20 feet you can fire. You can get back to fire in.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And that's a 17
All right, 17 hits.
for a total of 19 damage.
Okay, 19. That's quite a bit. All right. Anything else?
Bonus action, I'm going to help.
Okay. How do you help?
I basically, as I aim my bow,
Mhm.
I basically shoot. I basically hit one of the hit on the side of the head.
Mhm.
So it basically the impact of disoriented it slightly. So disoriented slightly.
Okay. I'm going to say that the way this help is going to cause the creature to have more trouble hitting Giles, because with his sword stuck in the ceiling, he was going to get advantage on his first attack.
Yeah.
Now that's going to knock it down to just a standard attack against Giles.
Mm.
But he is the closest one, so all the heads are going to try to bite him. So, Giles, I apologize about this. The first one was a 20. Does that hit?
20 hits.
Okay. That'll be 9 piercing as one head bites you.
Okay.
The next one is a 14. I'm pretty sure that misses.
Correct.
18.
That's on the armor class.
Okay,
That's
then
yours.
that one will
Because I
hit,
ate
but
mine.
the next one will miss. So you take another 9 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
But that was all of them. They only hit twice, and that means that now it is Joseph's turn. Now, Joseph,
Okay.
I will say that if you were last coming in, first thing you would see would be the wrecked Magus lab. Maybe you haven't noticed the monster yet. You forgot all about it. So I'll give you that choice. Like Giles is obviously doing something, but Giles is always doing something.
All right. So With a wisdom save of with a wisdom roll of 18. Yes, I do go down below.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
All right. And upon seeing the multi-headed human, the multi-human headed Hydra,
Yeah, you've never
Um,
seen anything like this before.
I am going to, with the sheet still in hand, I'm going to try and gag all of the heads and ride them like as if they are a horse.
Okay, there's 4 separate heads on different necks. This is going to be difficult, especially if you want to get all 4 at once. But make the roll that feels appropriate to this, and I will set the DC based on your description of how you accomplish it.
I'm going to do this as an acrobatics roll.
Okay.
Oh!
That's
So
what-
I'm going to be jumping down down the stairs, wrapping this thing up into the air like as if it is Zorro's cape in one hand, from my hand, swirling it about, flipping over this thing to so that it just stretches out, and stretching out the sheet as much as I can, and trying to just bring it between the teeth of all 4 heads as I lean back on the main body to try and just pull it and rein it into control with a 23.
23. Okay, I'm going to give each head its own roll. All right, so let me check its strength. All right, the only ones I'm going to allow to save are the ones that were actually, no, this would be more of a dexterity thing. But one of them got a natural 20. So I'm going to say you were able to get 3 heads, but one was able to dodge. But 3 of the heads that were trying to bite Giles just then, you have them wrapped up and you are on its back.
Gonna be riding this thing. I'm just like, I gotta break this. This is just
Okay.
amazing.
Yeah, you've definitely got it. What I'm going to say is that basically you're grappling 3 of the heads right now. So we'll do appropriate rolls on its turn, but that would be your action, and you've definitely limited what it can do at the moment. So is there anything you want to do as a bonus action?
There's really nothing I can do as a bonus action.
Okay. Giles, 3 of the heads are very, very distracted as Joseph plays rodeo with this thing.
Good. Trying to get SOS back down.
Okay, I'll let you retrieve SOS as a bonus action.
Okay. There was a slight temptation of just like, I could at any time pick up any of these other weapons that drop to the ground. But then I remember what character I'm playing.
Yes. Well, I don't think you've ever used the blunderbuss.
Well, I did once, but it wasn't loaded. So
Yeah,
it was
okay.
just someone fired it, just black powder.
Yeah.
It's where it's like, it's there.
That's
But
right. You were trying to. That was the Duke.
Yeah. Behold my power.
So
You never said it came with ammo.
no, I didn't. I specifically told you to put a star next to it and asked you when you used it. I remember now. I didn't realize you still carried it with you.
It's a trophy at this moment. This is a
Nope,
moment where it's
that's-
like, at some point this become useful, but today is not that day.
Yeah.
So anyway, continue the assault.
That's totally fair.
All right, making progress. 22.
22 hits.
I rolled both ones on my D8s. That'll be 6 total.
Ow.
I got snake eyes on D8s.
Yeah. So I would interpret that as you were like, you're getting ready to do this massive cut. You're like, wait a minute, if I go in at this angle, I'm going to cut the sheet. So you had to change at the last second, and you nick him instead.
Second swing. Come on, to be better than that. All right, 17.
17 hits.
All right, better. 12 total.
Okay. This time you aim for the head that wasn't being restrained, and you let loose with all your force.
Yes.
All right. Vivi.
Vivi's gonna aim his bow at the one head that's loose,
Okay.
and for a 15 to hit.
15 just hits.
For a total of 15 damage.
Okay. All right.
Bonus action, he's gonna help. And
Okay. Considering what Joseph is doing right now and what Giles is doing, which one are you helping?
I'm gonna help. I'm gonna help Joseph.
Okay. How do you offer Joseph help?
I basically, the one that's loose, he's basically gonna distract him.
Okay.
So he distract the loose head, so it's either just enough time, keeping you easier time for the reins on them, or trying to actually get the fourth one in.
Okay. I will keep that in mind. Okay. So because you are trying to distract one, the free head is going to try to attack you, but
Yeah.
it got a 7, so I know that didn't hit.
Mm.
The other 3 are trying to break free, but Joseph, I want you to make a strength check to keep them contained.
$16.
16. One of them is able to break free. I'm going to say that would be the one, like one head. You've got the 2 middle heads, one head on each side is now free. But that was his action to get free. So that means it is going to yeah, I want you all to make another wisdom save. As the 2 heads that are free begin their song again.
18.
Okay.
14.
Okay.
I can't watch, but I'll do it anyway. 3.
3. And subtracting 3 from all that, yeah, suddenly you all forget why you came down here.
But I've got this thing right here in my hands. so
Yeah,
like-
you don't know why you've got this thing in your hand. So it's just all of a sudden you're trying to ride this giant fleshy thing. Why were you doing that?
I'm going to kill it with fire. That's why. I don't know. I'm on top of this thing, riding this thing with it wrapped up in silk sheets that are really pretty. And everybody else is around underneath the house. I think that we're here to fight.
Sorry,
I'm gonna try and
I
reach
did make one miscalculation. Vivi, you do remember that you're trying to kill this thing. But it's Joseph's turn, and he's like, I'm doing a thing.
Since Phoebe's actually seen these 2 daughters a few times, Phoebe's just shout, "Stop forgetting violence now!"
And I'm going to try and tie up all the heads once again by just pulling and twisting and jumping around this thing.
I'm going to say that I'll give you a choice here. You can try to get all 4 and risk losing the 2 you've got, or you can focus on just tying up the 2 you've got. That would change the DC.
I'm going to focus on the 2 that I've got.
Okay. I want you to make a strength check for me. Allow athletics.
It's the same either way. So 13.
Okay. 13. All right. No, they are actually gonna like fling you off. Not bad enough for you to hurt yourself.
Question: would my help action come into play here?
Ah, yes, that would. I forgot about that. So make yours at advantage.
So 13.
You know what? Because of the way you said you were going to do it, change that to athletics.
Okay.
I mean acrobatics. Because this is more of you trying to flip around and tie them.
Okay, so acrobatics is 20 with the advantage. So
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to say that you are able to tie a knot around these two, and until they can break the silk sheets, they are contained. That will give two heads disadvantage on anything they try to do, because they can't see and they can't even really move independent of each other. But that would be your action, and it was a pretty good action. I will say. Again, you don't remember why you're doing this. Clearly, you're trying to tame this creature or something. I don't know. Whatever you think you're trying to do. Gylith, you're watching your friend try to break this weird amalgamation monster.
I'm just following later. All right, 17.
17 hits.
11 total slashing.
Okay.
And then second swing, critting on a 19.
Oh, hey.
Why is this episode alone where I'm getting the 19s, but we've been playing for how long? 2 years?
Yeah.
They've all come together.
Seems that way. Good.
Did you not hit this time?
No, I hit, but I'm looking at 33 total damage in this swing.
Okay.
I was just like,
I mean, I wrote down the 11. So that was 22 for this one.
let's see, he rolled for this one, he got 7, 6, and 4.
Okay.
So
Maybe it was somebody else. I'm going to count that as a different one.
yeah.
So, wow, 33. Okay, hold on a minute. That's because I can do math. Give me a minute. I haven't
That's what-
forgotten how to do
Now you
basic
see how why I
arithmetic.
was flabbergasted at the
Yeah.
result.
Okay, so Gylith, you bring the sword down. You cleave one of its heads off. So this, like torso-sized human head thing falls to the ground. It now has 3 heads, 2 of which are tied up. Vivi.
He's going to aim for the other head. And he's going to get a 16 to hit.
16 hits.
For a total of 24 damage.
Okay. All right. It is going to lash out with a couple of reactions here with its one good head. First one is going to miss. I'm going to say the other heads, yeah, they do even worse. Now it is the creature's actual turn. So
Bonus action, I'm going to help again.
okay.
Help it. I am basically I was going to strategically place the arrow he hit
Mhm.
to basically disorientate him again. So
Okay.
so Gylith gets so Joseph can have an easy time keeping check on these two.
I'm going to rule it that because of all the multiple heads, you can give Gylith advantage on the next head. The two that are contained, it's a little bit harder to distract them.
Yeah, sure.
But it is this creature's turn. And Joseph, I'll let you decide what kind of roll it's trying to basically buck you off right now, like use its 2 heads to throw you. So what kind of roll do you need to counter that?
acrobatic.
Okay, make a check. Wow, because one head rolled a natural 1, but the other one rolled a 12. So therefore, one of the heads goes one way, the other goes a different way. You now have 1 head contained. Now the free heads get to attack because, well, So, and of course, they're still aiming for Gylith. Does a 16 hit?
16 does not hit.
Okay. The going to go for a claw. Natural 20 on the claw, Gylith. That's going to be 16 points of slashing damage, and it is going to grapple you once again.
Mm-hmm.
No, wait a minute. Sorry, I was ruling this wrong. It does not grapple you. It has to
Okay.
choose between damage or grappling. It's going to take damage.
So may I suggest something, Jolif? You using silvery barbs in this situation?
That would be smart. I forgot I have that.
And as the creature's bonus action, that neck that had the head severed, a small bubble starts to form there. And that is its turn. So, Joseph.
I'm just going to pipe up as I start pulling the hempen rope out of my bag. Now would be a good time to start trying to kill it with fire, wouldn't you say, folks? And I'm going to try and just rein everything in with the hemp. I'm going to try and tie it up with the hempen rope.
Okay.
Just as best as I can.
Okay. Describe to me how you're attempting to do that, so that way I know how to counter.
Well, how big is this thing?
It is a large creature, so like you on its back, the other two could fit on its back comfortably. So think of this thing as big. This thing is like 2 horses wide.
So I'm a snow speeder, and this is an AT-AT.
Yes.
I am so tying up its legs. I am just I am using my body weight to counterbalance and just wrap it, just moving between its legs and just wrapping it up with a hempen rope.
Just 1 minute. I'm trying to remember its description. So, because I've described it as being very much like a Hydra, its legs actually aren't as long. Its thing is a tunneler, not a walker. If that makes sense to you.
Oh, so it's like an AT-AT mole.
Yes. This thing moves very quickly underground, but above ground, it is very slow.
Well, I'm going to still try and tie up its claws. That way it can't attack with those things.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm just going to be like, I'm going to be like, yeehaw, lasso.
Okay. All right, I'm trying to think. Make the appropriate check, in your opinion, for trying to tie up its claws like this. Because there's a couple of things I could suggest, but I want to see what you think of.
I'm thinking athletics because of the fact that it's still something quite strenuous body-wise.
Okay.
And I've just rolled a 3.
I will roll to check for it, but it does have...
oh, wait, I'm... Oh, no, I'm not getting helped. Damn.
No, not for this, unfortunately. It barely beats you, but not by enough to throw you off. Like you were trying to loop the rope around. Well, the rope just doesn't take hold, basically. But you still are keeping one head wrapped up in the sheet, so that one has trouble seeing. Do you have any bonus actions you want to use?
Let's see. Do I have anything? Traits. Bonus actions. I can. Would it be possible for me to hide on this thing?
I'm going to say with all the heads it has, it would have a decent chance of following you. But you can try to hide.
Yeah, I'm going to try. I'm going to try and hide.
Your best bet would be to let go of the one head and then hide behind something while it's distracted on the other two.
No, I can't do that because that just
as long as you're on its back, it's going to know where you are.
Yeah.
But
Yep,
Okay.
I'm going to. I'm. Well, unless I can bonus attack action with my other rapier. But I've
Um,
nah.
I think
no,
that only
that
works when you're
wouldn't.
using your main attack.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course, yes.
Okay.
For how to dual wielder, you have to use your
Yeah.
main attack action to use bonus attack action.
But
Yeah.
it is going
So-
to use one of its reactions to attack. That is going to be at Joseph because it now recognizes you're bothering it. It's going to hit with a 23. So let me actually roll the damage this time because I've just been using the average. There's the right die. So you're going to take 10 points of piercing damage.
Mhm.
And that will be all for that reaction. Gilus, you get advantage on your first attack.
So I'm going to just before you load into Gyrus action, I'm going to use my uncanny dodge reaction to.
Okay, yeah,
take
that's
only
fine.
half.
Yep, that's totally legit. Now, Gilus.
All right, swing with the SOS with advantage.
Oh, and Joseph, rogues get advantage when the creature is being flanked by their allies.
Oh,
So you've had sneak attack this whole time.
no, I know. It's just that I'm
Oh,
trying to keep
okay.
it from eating our. I'm trying to
Yeah,
keep it from
okay.
eating our tank.
Now that I'm playing a rogue, I recognize that that's something that okay.
Wait, what? I've advantage.
Hmm?
Because
Yeah,
BB
you
is
would.
also
Yeah, you would have had advantage also. I
Damn.
thought with your rolls, that's what you were you already factoring that in.
Nope.
Okay.
I've been rolling really good.
Okay. Gilus, your advantage roll.
That'll be 24 with advantage.
Okay, that hits.
And incoming damage, 7 slashing.
7 slashing. All right.
And then we have second attack,
Okay.
21 total.
21 hits.
So that'll be 13 slashing.
Okay, that's noticeable. Okay. Anything else?
No, standing my ground there.
Okay. Vivi.
Okay, he's a fire with his longbow for 15.
Oh, 15 just hits.
Okay. For a total of 14 damage.
Okay. Let me go over here. All right. Anything else this turn?
Bonus action help.
Okay. We're going to keep giving that to Gilus at the moment because that makes most sense in my mind.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay. It is
Sorry,
the
Joseph.
I forgot to calculate something on it earlier. So yeah, it's going to keep attacking, and Gilus is the biggest threat. A 10 ain't gonna hit. A 7 ain't gonna hit. That ain't gonna hit. It is going to make an attempt to get its head free from. Nope, it's still tied up by Joseph. Also, this thing did nothing right, except that a bulb on its back got a little bit larger. And I calculated that the wrong way, so let me go back. Okay, yeah, that bubble on its head got a little bit bigger. And now, Joseph, it is your turn.
I'm going to still keep trying to tie this thing up, but
Okay.
I'm going to look to Vivi, and I'm just going to go treat it like as if it's your mother-in-law. Burn it.
Don't have fire spells.
With a 15 on this athletics check, as I'm just trying to tie up its claws.
Okay.
Just brute
Nice.
forcing it now.
It got it got a 17 on its strength check.
If Vivi's gonna shout, He's going to shout back, my spells are utilitarian, not combat focused.
We've got a wizard's lab upstairs.
Noted.
It is going to let out another wail. I need Giles and Joseph to take 5 points of psychic damage. And Giles, it is your turn now.
All right, we're going to continue the assault. Oh, even with advantage, it's still a 9.
Yeah, 9 does not hit.
Come on, second swing. Come on, second swing. All right, 23 on that one.
23 hits.
All right, 13 total slashing on that one.
Okay. Okay. All right. Anything else?
I'm saving my spells in case I really need them. End of turn there.
Okay. Vivi, it is your turn.
Vivi's going to think for a second, look for, and realize alchemy is not his expertise. Something he's interested in, but he's never been able to get that far with it.
Mhm.
So he's just going to shoot his bow.
Okay.
Okay. For a 24.
24 hits.
For a total of 17 damage.
How much?
17.
17. Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. And so we're just going to, until you say otherwise, I'm going to assume that the help is just your standard bonus action.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So it is the monster's turn again. And ooh, it is going to hit you, Giles, for 7 piercing damage that time. The other head is also going to hit you. You're just the biggest threat for 10. And then the one Joseph, Giles, the one Joseph has tied up is going to attempt to get free. You know what? An 8, we're just not even going to say it gets free with that. So that was all of its actions. For a bonus action, that bubble is going to keep trying to grow larger. The damage you're doing does seem to be, restraining it, but it is never getting quite large enough to pop free. So that's its turns. Joseph.
I'm going to try and pop that bubble like as if it's a teenager's zit.
Okay, that would just be a normal attack.
There's a 15 hit.
Well, you do have advantage being a rogue.
Oh yeah. There's a 15 hit.
Okay, 15 hits. 15 still hits.
For 23 damage.
23. All right. Sorry, this is requiring a little bit. Yep, you're able to basically sever the stump that was trying to regrow with that move.
I'm going to look at them all and just go, fire! Fire! Use the wizard's lab upstairs. Conjure fire. Just do it in such a way that it only burns into the ground, not into the rest of the city. Although, of course, that might undermine the foundations of the actual town, but fuck it. Just
Joylif, do your new magical ability come with fire? Your new magical abilities come with fire.
I got a green flame blade.
That's fire.
Giles, it's your turn.
All right. I'm going to activate green flame blade. So,
Okay.
And you have advantage.
all right. So I first have So I just basically I range attack. And of course, I'm not 20 on this one.
Nice.
No.
I like to dedicate this green flame blade attack to my energy.
With such delicious flavors, you too might find yourself in a green fiery glow.
Yes, indeed.
All right, roll that green flame damage.
All right, so that's going to be 11 total fire damage.
Okay. All right. And is that your full action, or was like green flame a bonus action?
Unfortunately, I'm not high enough sorcerer for it to do more. It does more when you get higher levels of spellcaster,
Yes.
but that's all it can.
I-
all it can do.
Actually, with cantrips, the level is the total level, or your total level.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes. So your level, spellcasting level is your total.
Yes,
your
that is
character
correct.
level.
It cantrips do stack with your character level, not sorcerer level.
All right, so
Oh,
just
dear.
like so, just where it's like just a second creature would also be hit by this as well. So I need to do another roll for that one.
Okay.
Yeah, also your damage from your.
Well, there's
your
only
sword.
one creature. It just has multiple hits. So there's no second creature to hit unless you want to hit Giles. Unless you want to hit Joseph.
And don't forget the damage from your sword.
Oh dear lord, because it does damage for the sword. Oh,
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
my god.
It's like I thought this replaces the effects of just
Nope.
make it.
You get the melee damage.
I mean, I would have to read the spell. So
It's as he casts a spell, you make a melee attack, weapon attack.
Okay, you suffer the attack's normal effects. Okay, thank you. Got that.
okay.
Yeah, suffer the main effect that I got that. Cool. Thank you so much. All right, so that so that'll be 11 slashing.
Okay. So 11 on top of the green flame damage.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now we got all that cleared up.
Yes.
Yep, that hurt it quite a bit, but it hasn't lost any more heads yet.
Okay, now we're gonna do the second swing.
Unfortunately, no, because it's a cast a spell, that's your full action.
Yes, the green flame was your full action.
So
He
I-
is
I imagine Giles like, now time for second swing.
And then you're like,
Ooh.
exactly.
And just like, why am I like the inertial energy just went away? And it's like, gosh, I need more of my energy. That took a lot more out of me than I thought.
Do you have any bonus actions you want to use?
So I'm good there.
Okay.
It is a bonus action berate archers for rule shocking.
Vivi, it is your turn.
Okay. 15.
15 just hits.
For a total of 23 damage.
Okay, 23. That's going to be okay. You do sever a second head with that attack. Well, in your case, like the arrow hits it. It's clearly dead, and it the body sort of severs it as it falls.
I basically aim and hit for his jugular.
Yeah. And so 2 heads down. Do you have anything else?
Standard bonus action
Okay.
help.
Okay, it is the Hydra's turn. Like I said, the second dead head kind of falls off as a new bubble starts to form there. And its 2 living heads are going to attack. Well, nat 20 on Giles.
Silvery bobs.
That's a good time to cast it. Silvery barbs. Reroll that.
All right. Well, it won't be. It's still going to hit, but it won't be a crit this time.
Okay.
It's like a 22 to hit.
And I would say who giving the advantage to? Who's yourself?
Okay, so let me pull up the stat again to make sure I'm doing the math right. Yeah, that will be 12 points of piercing damage, Giles.
All right. Giles is down.
Okay.
Oh god.
You can still say that you're going to give yourself that advantage.
Yeah.
Okay. The next head is going for Joseph, who is on his back. But that's only going to be a 13. Does 13 hit you?
Nope.
Okay, so that one missed. And then it's used its bonus action to start regrowing a head. So Joseph, Gileth is down as this thing can now focus on you more.
I just look at Vivi and go, get Gileth back up, get the wizard get the wizard station running, because we need rock and roll here. And KROQ is your local. Okay. As I slash out with a psychic blade, missing with an 11, I do believe.
Yes, 11 will miss.
And then with my bonus action, I think a 13 is going to miss as well, isn't it?
It is going to miss.
Yeah.
All right. It is going to use it can't use its attack with so few heads at the moment, but it can use its reaction to let out a wail. The only person who's awake to hear it is Joseph. You will take 6 points of psychic damage, Joseph.
Great.
All right. But it is now Gila's turn to make a death save.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've done one of these.
And you can apply your advantage to it, I believe.
Let's see. if this
That's my
will-
understanding. If you decide that's not true, you can hang on.
Oh,
to it.
not 20 on that one. Thank you.
Oh.
Get
Giles, your
up. What
eyes
are you
pop
talking about?
open. You are in pain, but you are awake.
Just picture that perfectly. Get Giles up. What are you talking about?
I like to think he wakes up. Is it time for breakfast? Okay, Giles, that is your action, of course.
Of course.
So Vivi, it is your turn.
Vivi is going to put away his bow for a moment,
Okay.
and he's going to walk up to Gileth and place his hand on Gileth's shoulder.
Mhm.
And you feel arcane energy coursing through you as he casts Cure Wounds.
Okay.
For a total of 12 healing.
Many thanks.
Then he's a bonus action disengage and
Okay.
jump back to where he was.
That's good because I was going to attack you if you had hadn't done that.
Yep.
Okay, so that is your turn there. That means it is the creature's turn. Again, is going to one of the bubbles is going to grow a little larger, and is going to use its 2 remaining heads to go after the threats near it. First one is going to be Joseph with a hit, and that will be 11 points of piercing, Joseph.
I'm going to use my uncanny dodge to bring that down to 6.
Okay, that is totally acceptable. The other one went for Gileth, but with an 8, it is going to miss. All right, and that is its full turn. Back up to Joseph.
All right, I am going to go back to gagging this sucker up with a hempen rope, because at this point, just the wails are too much.
Okay.
And I'm going to just dance around its back, just lassoing it like a mofo.
Okay. Go ahead and make that check, and I'll do a check for each head.
I've got an 8.
Okay. With its strength, it would have the lowest was an 8. So I'm going to say that no, you did not tie up any of the heads. Anything else?
Check out my bonus actions again. Dash, disengage, or hide. I'm going to try and hide from this many heads now.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
16.
16. Okay, I will keep that in mind. It is Jyla's turn.
And let's continue the assault. All right, 17 on that first swing,
17 hits.
13 slashing.
13. All right, nice.
You had advantage because of it. No, I didn't help because I didn't use the help action. So
Yeah,
Okay.
you had to use something else this time.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm well aware.
get my outside dodge action.
Yes.
Oh,
That'll be 25 on the second swing.
25 hits, just barely.
Mm-hmm.
With
But
like
of course-
10.
Okay. 9 slashing total on that one.
9 slashing. All right. And any bonus actions you can apply?
No, but I'm just like at this point with my with my current armor class and with only 13 health, I imagine like, okay, he only has 1 spell slot and he's gonna use that for shield if they break that 18.
Okay. So I'll let you know if it breaks an 18.
Yeah.
Vivi, it is your turn.
If he's gonna go back to doing what he was doing,
Okay.
shooting
Okay.
for 15.
15 just barely hits.
Okay. For a total of 19 damage.
19. All right.
Bonus action help.
Okay. Not quite enough to sever a head. And it is its turn. So the bubble regrows a bit. And it's got 2 heads, and all it can see is Jylith as the closest target.
Mm-hmm.
That one was not an 18.
Okay.
That one definitely wasn't an 18. It wasn't a nat 1, but it was a 3.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
yeah, I already had it start to regrow. So that means it is Joseph's turn, who is nowhere to be seen.
I'm going to be popping out of the shadows and hitting it with my rapier.
Okay.
Oh, damn, dirty 20 to hit.
All right. Well, that hits.
So that gives me. I need to roll the sneak attack for 23 damage on this
23
first
damage.
attack. Yeah, because
Okay.
it's the rapier plus the sneak attack,
Yep,
and then
that was a very good hit.
the second one is my bonus attack with my other rapier is a 22
22 hits.
for 9 damage.
Okay.
I did 32 damage. When I hit like a dump truck.
Yep. You have hurt it severely. And because it can't use its doesn't have enough heads to bite you, but it is going to let out another wail. That's everybody within 5 feet, taking 2 psychic damage. But it is now Jyla's turn.
All right, continuing the assault. Come on, chance for crit. All right, that'll be only a 23.
23 hits.
All right.
Is that with advantage?
Yes, that's with advantage. First one was 23. The next one was 14.
Ah,
That'll be 13 total on that damage.
Okay. Jyla, as you bring down the stupidly oversized sword the size of a door,
Yeah.
you sever another head. It has 1 head left.
Beautiful. All right. Continuing the assault. I'd like to thank Ma Energy for granting me another nat 20 upon this message.
All glory to the multiple flavors that you can pick up. No sugar
And-
crash.
And no crash, and it is where they is sugar free with natural energy and formula focus, and that is 28 total damage on that.
28 total damage. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot. It was almost all the same number. I'm not going to tell you what number that was, but if you had done another 2 damage, we would have had a perfect number sequence for its damage.
Of course.
But still, that was very impressive.
Mhm.
Do you have anything else you want to do besides another shameless plug to our sponsor, Maw Energy?
No, I think we're good. I think we got the plug in loud and clear.
Okay. Vivi, it is your turn.
Oh, second verse, same as the first.
Okay.
For 11. Nope.
11 does not hit.
Bonus action. A bonus action. He's gonna help.
Okay.
Mhm.
Because Joseph is attacking now, I'll let you pick which one you're helping.
Joseph already has advantage, so I'm gonna pick Jarlath.
Okay, good choice. Thought I would check. Okay, so it is still very injured. Another bubble is going to start to form, but the other one doesn't regrow. As it now only has the one head to attack with. Nat 1, which means that its head slams towards Gylith, but because of the arrow that was flying by, it basically face plants straight into the ground. I am going to let it do a claw attack because it still gets multi attack, but I will do this one at disadvantage, which means that it does not hit anybody of importance. Joseph, it is your turn again.
Going to start hacking away. $16.
16 just hits.
That's 21 damage for the first strike.
Okay. You almost put us up to that perfect number. We're not only one away from it.
18
18 hits.
for 10.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
Going to step away and did.
Was your second attack a bonus action attack?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Sorry.
So
I'm-
how far
I was
away
thinking-
did you step?
I'm just going to step 10 feet back.
Okay. That does not leave its attack radius. So no attack of opportunity for that. Yeah, it's got a very long reach with its heads. But that's not your problem. It is, however, Gylith's problem, as he is the one that is, directly in front of it.
Burn it with fire. Burn it
And
with
it
fire.
is Gylith's turn.
Okay, we're gonna do green flame blade after that.
Okay. I will say you didn't notice any major changes after the first screen blade.
Might as well try again. Maybe it was a fluke. Hey, there'll be 23 to hit on that
Yeah,
one.
23 hits.
Private.
So 16 slashing,
Okay.
and then with the green flame, 3 fire.
3 fire. Okay. So it would have been okay. And that
Still
was
standing, I assume.
do it.
It's still standing, I'm assuming.
Yes, it is still standing. It's I mean, you've taken out 3 heads, but it's just really pissed off now.
Okay. Action surge.
Okay.
Hey.
Like, oh, so much for that. Continue the assault. And first swing of critting on a 19. And thank you for my energy for beginning.
I am going to start putting a limit to how many times you can plug our sponsor in the middle of a game, guys.
As long as they keep giving me energy, I'm gonna keep bringing on the crits.
I just have this entire idea that what they're what our characters are doing is each time they have a crit, they take a swing of my energy.
Okay, roll that crit damage for us.
That'll be
there.
16. That'll be 16 total on that one.
16 total. Okay.
And then for my second attack, continuing the assault, it'll be 18 on that one.
18. Okay.
Right, that's gonna be 8 slashing.
All right. Okay. That's got it bleeding badly. That's everything you've got this round?
That's everything.
Okay. With fighters, you definitely have to triple check. Vivi.
He's gonna shoot.
Okay.
And he's gonna score with 20.
Okay, that'll hit.
For a total of 20 damage.
Okay. It's still up. Again, as always, not at all happy with the situation.
Yeah.
All right, so help.
Yeah, help.
Okay. Like I said,
Hooray.
just double checking.
Yeah.
All right. So
Hooray for Mastermind Rogues.
okay, so it's going to start regrowing one of its heads as it tries to attack. Yeah, a 10 or even a 12 isn't going to hit. But it is going to grapple Gilith. This time, instead of doing damage, though, it's just going to keep a grip on him.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that means it is back up to Joseph's turn.
Do I still have advantage?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to try popping off this last head like as if it is making a very inconvenient facial structure for a teenager's time in their life for a very
You've already
important
used
dance.
that joke. Now you're just trying to do the same joke, but wordy.
Yes.
I will give you disadvantage if you try that ever again.
18.
18 hits.
Wow, that is a lot of. Wow, I got a straight in this roll. So for 22 damage. If you look at that, that's a Yahtzee, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm seeing it. I'm
22
seeing it
damage.
too.
Okay, just a sec.
22 damage.
Okay. All right.
And then bonus attack rapier for with a 20 to hit.
Okay, that
and
hits.
then 7 damage. Sorry, not 17. 7.
Okay. All right. And it's still up. Again, I'm not going to say it's obviously it's getting worse and worse. That's just math. Even its attempts to regenerate are not keeping up with all these attacks now that Joseph's actually being productive. Gilith, it is your turn. Hey, the rodeo was a lot of fun, but you
That's
just
like
kept trying to
lighting
do something.
just sliding the match on your way back to the spill of gasoline. It's like,
Yeah.
and moving on. Anyway, continue the assault.
I'm saying this fight would have been done like 20 minutes ago if Joseph had been useful.
I was useful. I kept 3 of the heads attacking for a round. 2 of the
Yep.
heads attacking.
Gilith might have fallen another time if it had.
15 on that swing.
15, you just hit with a 15.
All right, cool. That'll be 13 slashing.
Okay, 13.
And second swing. My energy. I'd like to thank you for your continued support here at Trick.
Again, I mean, granted, you get so many attacks. It's just even this seems to be breaking statistically possible.
I know.
Okay, roll the damage. I get the feeling I know what's going to happen here, but let's
Okay,
just.
that'll be 30 damage.
Gilith, finish it.
So anyway, the Ma energy, the current flavor I have is called green.
I didn't
roll,
mean
and
finish the ad.
Oh, sorry. So,
I I meant finish off the monster.
Just imagine.
No,
I would normally he'd go for spitting in twain, but since it's such a size, I imagine it's just like, well, how do I do it? Twain diagonally. And it just like brings the swing like down long ways down.
So basically, like hitting every neck along the way and slashing into the body because your sword is so stupidly oversized. You can hit. This is like in the anime where someone's just taking down trees.
Yes.
It's the Final Fantasy Buster sword. It is the sword that was made to bring down a rider and the horse he rode in on. So, Giles, you take all 4 necks right across the line, and the body ceases moving. The false Hydra is dead.
Like he cracks it, puts his bow away, walks up. Oh, well, that was interesting. Pats Johnny from the shoulder, cost Q wounds again.
Giles, I'm not gonna lie, I was worried about you when you went down that one time because
Me too.
it had so many heads. Eventually, one was going to just eat you.
For a total of 8 healing.
Thank you.
Okay,
That's me out of spell slots.
Yep.
you are obviously out of combat as I'm putting my dice away. You are still within the manor. You have the dead beast here. I can't imagine what you might do with it, but I'm just making it clear it's there. What do you want to do?
I want to skin it.
All right, make a survival check.
18.
18. All right, you can spend the next let's call it 2 hours doing this right, but make a note that you have false Hydra hide.
While they're doing that, BB's gonna go back and inspect the lab.
Sure. Go ahead and make another check for that as I pull out my notes.
Anything particular or?
I mean, you're the one who is searching, so you tell me.
So investigate. I will probably roll Arcana because it's a wizard's lab.
Yeah, that makes sense. So you're looking around for specifically what is useful might have been left. It looks like most of the important components were taken. There's some less. There are still some magical components that are left behind, but for the most part, these are things that can be easily obtained. Like guano isn't hard to find type of situation.
So that's
all right. What was your Arcana check?
24.
24. Okay. You do find a couple of items that look useful. One is a spell scroll, and with that check, this is a spell of banishment.
Pockets that.
And then you will also find what, again, with that roll, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, you believe this to be a chime of opening.
Ooh. Like Vivi smiles. We'll hold on to that for a second, but explain what he has found.
Everything else, like I said, there's some, it's just sort of like arcane ingredients for a spell. And hello, Tink. You showed up just as we are starting to wrap up the game, but as always, we appreciate you dropping by.
Yes.
They just finished their big battle.
Vivi's gonna walk back and speak to Joyleth. Look, I found a couple of items. They are quite handy, but they're probably best in my hands. And he explains he found a scroll of banishment in the terms of opening.
Okay.
Mind if I keep?
I have no objections.
Sweet.
Just don't leave with that and banish yourself.
Don't worry. God, actually, if I get banished, where would I go? I've been quite a few different planes. I got
especially with the current effects of the world. Who knows? They'll bring
oh
you to.
God. Oh God, yeah. Like, would I end up back in the Feywild, or would I end up in Ravenloft?
I just imagine
If you want to make a Arcana check to find out.
banishment. Where am I?
I will roll Arcana for 24. You know,
24.
guidance.
You if someone were to maintain the concentration for a minute, you would be sent back to your home plane.
Crap. Like, he doesn't want to go back there. Yeah.
All right. So Joseph will be skinning this thing for a little bit more time. If you want to go over some of those scrap notes while he's working on that,
Yeah, he probably will.
I'll go with the earlier roll because you were very, very high on that. The bits and pieces, you can tell that this was the mayor. He was working on some arcane workings, not enough that you can really put it all together. But you do find just reference to he was gathering power, but then this thing appeared, and when he realized he couldn't beat it, he just skipped town altogether and burnt a lot of his notes on his way out.
Vivi explains this to Jyleth as he uncovers what he finds. Fucking coward. Like, all the investigation and all of the does he found? Does he know anything about the memory loss?
Yeah, I'm going to say with all these, you've been getting a lot of good Arcana rolls. The creature you fought is a false Hydra, and it can make people forget it exists. That's actually its primary defense when hunting. Is it can literally pop out of the ground, eat someone, and no one will remember it was ever there.
Oh, like the silence.
Yeah, very much.
Nice.
This one apparently has been active so much that it has completely wiped everybody's memory.
So I'm assuming now it's dead. The memories will return.
Maybe they will. These people might just be picking up their lives where they left off. But they are no longer being hunted. So now they have the ability to try to regain their memories. And more importantly, they won't die, and no one will just forget that they were never there. Which is why this town has lost like 2/3 of its population.
Vivi figured that much out. Ashes did, therefore Vivi did. Vivi's going to Joseph. Look, I've done my bit. I'm going to go speak to the people, explain the situation.
Okay. Oh, sorry. One other thing from the notes, you gathered that the mayor was Mayor Palazza.
Yeah.
That's you. Just could be wrong. That was you trying to put together burnt notes.
Yeah.
Just in case it comes up later. But yes, you can explain everything to the people of the town. That some of them are still convinced that Giles is going to destroy the entire city.
And Vivi will say, as much as he's a good guy, I wouldn't put it past him to do on accident.
But even though they don't have their memories back today, you can show them the giant head that was capable of eating people. And so they will say, yep, that all makes complete sense. We believe, even though we don't remember being in danger, we're pretty sure this is going to solve the problem. They will pay you the reward money because I won't make you roll for that. So they give you a grand total of 150 gold. That'll be different coinage. So, if you find yourself needing an electrum, you can, I won't go through trouble on that. Just because
total.
Some people only accept payment in platinum or electrum, but that's usually magical items.
But is that 150 each or 150 total?
150 total, so 50 each.
Yes, 150 for Vivi. I mean, what? No, Vivi's scummy, but not that scummy. He walks up. He takes the reward, thanks them, and then heads back and divvies up the coins.
Right. Well, guys, I know it's getting a little bit late for some people. So if there's anything you want to do before we wrap up today?
Nope. I'm good.
I'm quite happy. I have a bag filled with
Stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, you have a a silk sleep mask, some now slightly tattered silk sheets, and a lot of hide from a monster.
Just like
Do you just out of curiosity, are you going to make use of the silk sheets and sleep mask that night when you sleep?
yeah, sure, why not?
Okay, the sheets are still comfortable, even though they're a little, like I said, they need a little bit of cleaning. When you put the mask on, you get blind sight for 5 feet.
Take it off, put it on, take it off, put it on, take it off, put it on.
Is this
You can
head
sense
or
everything
the
around you for 5 feet when it's down over your eyes. Do you want to take
I
the
take it
evening
off.
to it? Do you want to take the night to attune to it?
Yeah.
When you wear it while attuned, you get blind sight for 20 feet. All right, so just make sure you note that you're attuned to it.
What does the channel opening do?
The chime of opening, it has official stats. I'll send you later. But basically, it has 10 charges on it. Whenever you tap it, you can open up a lock.
I thought that might have been the case,
Yes.
but I was just
And
check.
it can only be used 10 times, and then it will crumble.
Okay, right.
No recharging.
It'd be quite handy when BB's natural skills aren't good enough.
Yeah, because I will double check. I think it can beat out a lot of magical locks, but we'll double check that later.
Yeah.
Anyway, yep, that's it. With this monster defeated, you can leave the town. Actually, you could probably take over the town if you wanted to.
Like,
I mean, they don't remember who's in charge.
Like this is where we expand Evalia's kingdom.
I mean, Gylith has the option.
I know.
Vivi could just say, "All right, guys, yeah, as part of this, I'm in charge now," and they'd probably believe you because they don't remember
If
having
anything, Vivi can rule if it's massive the Lord Landlord.
yeah
Like,
charging outrageous rent prices.
No, he already tried to con him out of 20 gold if it was a one-off. You'd actually you'd actually be a reasonable landlord.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I mean, if you think of it this way, you would have massive tracts of land after the past few castles that you've owned have burned down, have fell over, burned down, and sank into a swamp.
The last thing I will say is that yes, this town is technically larger than Thieveston is, but if you don't decide to stay as their ruler or mayor or landlord, you can just head back to home as you ride off into the sunset. Joseph just taking the nightshade off and then off his eyes at random.
Yeah.
We will call it here for this adventure of Trick Roll. I want to thank everyone for joining us, both the cast, me for actually showing up. Haven't shaved in 3 days. That's becoming noticeable.
Yes, same here.
Very
Same
much.
here.
Thank you, chat, for joining us. It is always fun to have some people come in and witness the torture I put myself through every 2 weeks. Where can we find the rest of you guys when you're not here?
Well, obviously you can see. Anyway,
God, I'm gonna start up a new show, and I'm not gonna invite any of you. I want normal people for a change.
Nope, you're not gonna happen.
Anyway, I'm just Crump, also known as Crump64. When I'm not here, you can find me on all levels of social media under the name Crump64 in terms of Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch, which are right now Twitch streams and such are currently on ultimate hold, as I am currently right now I'm on a backup computer, so any kind of further streams and such are only as in when we absolutely need it. So I will turn shortly on that. And other than that, just like I'm a man of nonsense 24/7. There's evidence of that in all my social platforms. You'll find me there.
Yeah. I'm Kyle. You can catch me on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube at FlintUwood756. I'm currently on a hiatus right now, but for more medical reasons, I've actually had some complications with my liver show up, so I've got to lose some weight before I can fully consider that cleared, and that should be down enough weight to at least start getting back into integrating Twitch into a regular schedule within the next month. So by the end of April, I should be back fully.
Hi, Archers. You can find me in the deepest, most depraved recesses of your mind. Failing that, you can also find me on various social medias at Untitled Chapter, Twitter, Discord, and also like at some point in the future you'll be finding me on YouTube, doing various things once I've got the final piece of my project sorted out.
And last and most certainly not least, because I'm not even going to be that degrading to myself, I'm Andy. I am Wart Films. You can find me all over the internet. Lately, I've been more active on TikTok as I'm trying to get my film stuff going back. And it's just nothing's quite ready for YouTube just yet. But aside from running this every 2 weeks, you can also catch me Thursdays on We Are Nerdsmith, where I am playing Jack Lantern, the Phantom Rogue. And once a month, you can find me also playing the new Curse of Strahd game, which Tinkerhell is joining for her first adventure in gaming. As we run level 1, we're about to fight Strahd, but we got 3 weeks to worry about that. It'll be fine. Again, everyone, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to sign off for today. Hopefully see you in 2 weeks or anywhere else we're doing our gibberish. Farewell.